Red Beach, Santorini.
So welcome back to my channel, guys. Red Beach Santorini was just an absolute dream while I was on the island of Santorini for the few weeks that I was there. But there is some important information for you guys to know. So I definitely wanted to discuss all of that. So Red Beach is in Akrotiri. You can take the bus there, the actual local bus. There is a bus stop, and they will give you, on a lot of the bus stops, they will give you the timetables, like the actual schedule of the bus. And the bus ticket is only about like $2.50. Now there is coach buses that will take you that are part of excursions. So it's really just whatever you'd like or whatever you feel most comfortable with. Plus parking if you have a rental car. So once you get down here, you will see that it's not just for the Red Beach. This is part of Akrotiri, and down here, guys, is absolutely beautiful. You can go to the right, which would lead you to Akrotiri, and then to the left is where they actually have boat taxis that would take you there. And on top of it, so many restaurants. You're gonna see during this tour just how beautiful the actual area is, and not just Red Beach. There's Psaro Tavernes, which is like fish taverns, seafood restaurants, regular restaurants, cafes. It's just absolutely gorgeous over here. So the one thing that I wanted to mention was that a lot of people, while I was just kind of walking down there, I was prepared because I always speak with the locals and stuff and ask them like, hey, what's up with this? I always do my research before I go somewhere, and then also so I can obviously help you guys out as well. So with Red Beach, this isn't just a normal beach, guys. You have to make sure that you come prepared to this beach. Now there is two ways to get to the beach. There's the way that I am going to go, which is by foot, and then there's another way on the opposite side, but that way you can only get to it by motorbike, quad, or like a small car. The buses don't go down there or anything else. It is a direct road. It is going to be on the opposite side. You will see that as well, that they do end up having sunbeds and stuff, but there is two different entrances. This here is where the main area is, because again, you can see how beautiful, like there's so much restaurants, and it's a whole town down here. It's not just for the beach. On the other side, it's just a straight road that you will see that will come down. And besides that, there is a small like little cafe restaurant that's down there by the beach. But I still recommend that you make sure on the way and everything else, and I'm gonna say this in all of my videos, and I know I have, that you make sure you are very well hydrated, okay? You wear a hat or some kind of head covering, and you have sunblock on. The heat in Greece and the sun can really get to you. We are on top of mountains, just the dryness, just everything can really, really get to you. So make sure that, you kind of just don't come down here. And another thing is making sure that you are wearing correct shoes. Because I was going to say, making sure you just don't kind of come down here like whatever in flip-flops. If you are going to come down this way by the bus and everything else, make sure you're also wearing sneakers, and you'll understand why. But even if you just come down here for the day, there is so many restaurants here that are just delicious. Like here, I had to come and eat over here, guys. I smelt the meat from down the road when I was walking over here, and I could not help myself. So I absolutely ended up coming back and having a late lunch. So there is definitely a lot to do here besides just going to Red Beach. But getting back to that, make sure you come here prepared. As I said, I did see women in flip-flops, and I was just praying that they were going to be okay, and you will see why. This is not a smooth path to get to the beach. Everything is rocky. There's hills. You are literally going on the mountainside to walk towards the beach. And there is even signs that will say kind of like walk at your own risk. So you definitely want to make sure that you are wearing comfortable shoes. I wore sneakers, socks, the whole bit, and then just brought flip-flops in my bag so I can change once I got to the beach. But I am glad that I didn't wear any type of flip-flops. I don't even feel like Crocs would have been comfortable enough for me. Because just of how the terrain really is and how the path is. And if you are not a good walker, if you have some type of disability, if you have, like I had met these other women from Scotland, and they were asking me after I had come and visit, like, oh, how was it? And I had said to them, you're better off taking the boat taxi, because when they had asked me, one of the women said that she has issues with one of her knees. I told them, then don't even try to walk, through the mountains and, the terrain, or however you want to call it, that, that most people would walk to. Better off taking the excursion, or just really even the boat taxi is totally fine. The boat taxi, you will also see that it goes to the beach every like half hour, and it will bring you to Red Beach, Black Beach, and White Beach. So you can go and see all three of those if you really want throughout the day, because it's almost kind of like a hop off, hop on kind of system. Like if you got it for the day, then they'll just come and pick you up and drop you off and stuff. So it just really depends, I guess, if you want to stop or you just want to go see all three and then go back, and there it is, you'll see it coming back and forth. It's a little small boat. So the other thing that I wanted to mention about that is, even if you do not have any disabilities, I do not have any, and I don't have issues with my knees or anything else, and I still felt a little wobbly in certain areas that were just really rocky and stuff. And then also make sure your shoes have good grip on them, because there is parts where you have to go down steeper kind of hills and things like that, and you don't realize like how much you really need to kind of be holding on and just making sure that you're safe. So, that's something that I always want to mention, because it's not just that you have to, walk up. You're also going down, and then while you're going down, there's no real handles or anything. They put like these little bars with strings, but like with like a rope. But what is that really going to do? So I really just wanted to make sure I mentioned all of this stuff, because I saw so many people going towards the beach as I was leaving, and they were asking me like, oh, how was it? Some of them were wearing flip-flops, and I just told them like, use caution, use your own judgment, and things like that. For myself, because of this season, there has been a few accidents with tourists, and just on the islands, people underestimating just the weather and the landscape of the Greek islands. I always try to go towards the side of caution. So, again, I'm, being kind of mothering, but if I can help even one person, and I say this in all of my other videos, I feel like I have done what I am supposed to do. But besides that, the Red Beach itself was absolutely amazing and just crazy. Like, Earth is crazy and crazy in a way, like beautiful crazy. Because when you come down here, it's like this whole section is red, but then further down it's white for like the White Beach. And then if you even look at some of the parts, and I captured it on film, where you're looking at like the mountains, and then right next to it, it's like black and white marble. It's crazy. And I don't know if that's something that interests you, but I'm definitely like a huge history and like geography nerd at times where, you know, just I look at things, and maybe it's because of my gratitude and how happy I am, I don't know, but I just look at like even the rocks and I get mesmerized by just how many different rocks there are, and the colors and the rocks and the shapes and just the different textures and just so many different things. Like there was black rocks, and then they looked like there was like these red orange ones, and then it looked like there was like this green rock at one point. So like everything just was, I don't know, super cool for me and to me. So just some stuff that I really just absolutely loved. It was just a peaceful, relaxing day. The water is just absolutely pristine, so clean, so refreshing. I also went snorkeling while I was over here. I brought my snorkel gear. That was pretty cool to see all the fish and stuff. So Red Beach, Santorini is definitely worth the visit. Just please take all of the advice that I gave you, you know, and just use your better judgment of how you would like to get here. But there is tons of ways, and even if you don't make it to the beach, there's so much more to see around the area. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Until next time.